What we've got here is failure to communicate. Some men you just can't reach.
The trouble with Scotland is that it's full of Scots. When things look bad, and it looks like you're not gonna make it, and you gotta get mean. I mean plumb mad dog mean. Because if you lose your head and you give up, then you neither live nor win. That's just the way it is.
Your assignment tonight is strategic. You can't give the enemy a break. Send them to hell.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon to Cobra, coldest pillow. I got your payment, thank you very much. We're here this afternoon to do a bit of coverage on the Winter 9-Ball League. We have that starting in about 3 minutes' time, and in an hour's time, we have the one-loss side match in the VP4 2023 Virtual World 10-Ball Championships between Cobra and Interchangex. So we've got that to look forward to. We're going to be covering through the matches as they start in the 9-Ball League for the first hour, and we'll just have to check in for updates from time to time. That is a good point. Just give me a minute. Hazard has fallen asleep again. Let me see if I can get a hold of him. Where the hell is it? See if we can get him. Right, I've sent a message to him. Just type that and let him know. Right, has Tam arrived yet? I didn't think I saw him arrive, did he? Did he arrive? Or am I just imagining things? Right, well, I've sent him the message. It says he was active 2 hours ago on Facebook. And if he's got Facebook on his phone or anything like that, he would get an alert. Oh, Tam is in the chat. Welcome to Semi-Pro. But the other thing is if you don't let your team know who's playing, then they might be guessing. So I presume Paul has told Hazard last week that he was going to be playing this week again. I don't know whether he has or he hasn't, but you can't just expect people to turn up if they know they're not in the team. But anyway, he might turn up or he might not, but I've got no response on this so far. Right, quick look at the lineup again this week. We've got Team Philippines against the Tactical Geniuses and 9-Ball Shots against the Gamblers. And the teams are today, we have Bill, Larry and Tam for the Tactical Geniuses. We've got Chimpy, Brainfallout and Bedhead for the Gamblers. We've got Sergaresh, Bankster and John Boo for the 9-Ball Shots. And we're supposed to have Paul, Spudboy and Hazard. I think Paul would have been better putting Pectus in because he played. I don't know. I never caught the end of it. They were in front the last time I checked it, but I had to go get dinner. I had to go and get something to eat. Now, still not a response from him at all. For all we know, he could be back in Spain or whatever. They lost 16-20. There you go. So that's Scotland blown out the water after one game. A good start and then down the hill, beating a home by France. Just typical. I'm going to do a quick tab. I don't know whether Steve's coming in or not. I haven't a clue. I'll have a quick look. Right, I have to assume he's not going to be there, or he's going to be late. The brake box should be in it, but it's still not in it, so that's still broken. Right, the matches are underway. I'm just going to check my phone before I do anything. Hang on. No, he's not in a hurry to send a reply at the moment, so it's not looking good. And that really stitches up your team when they don't show. Right, so Larry, well, I suppose it's good for us, although I don't like this, but Larry's looking like getting a walkover in the first round, or the first match. Let's go and have a quick look at Paul and Bill just to see. Yep, no brake box, so Steve hasn't fixed that. So that's one item that he needs to get notified about. Now, what he might need to do is he might need to go into the league and do the sort of setup thing again, where he unchecks the box for the brake box and the advanced options or whatever it is that he does, and then put it back in, and then it might show. It might show next week, but either that or he just thinks he's fixed it and it ain't fixed. Simple as that. So Paul is off and running, first rack in the board. Paul's getting the 6 ball. Yeah, well, he's still got work to do, hasn't he? Let's have a quick look at the matches. We'll get onto the matches tab. So obviously this is a problem here. We've got Azad not showing up. And at the end of the day, it's going to be 3 easy points for us if he doesn't get here. But I suppose we deserve it because it was the other way around the other week, wasn't it? Was it week 2 or whatever? So you've got John Boo, who's getting 7 and out against Bedhead. Bedhead's up 1-0. Bankster and Brainplout are still tied. And Bankster getting, Brainplout getting the 8 ball. And Sergresh is up 1-0 against Chimpy. Spud Boys 1-0 up against Tam. That's a scratch match, so no handicap in that. And Larry's just going to have to sit there and be patient until it either times out or whatever happens. Right, let me just get this fixed. I'm going to have another look at my phone. No, I mean, no, still no reply, so he's obviously gone out in the town or something. Totally forgotten all about it. I'll leave that on. No, in fact, I'm going to shut it because I'll get a pop-up if he does send a message. Or put it another way, if he's going to come in, he'll come in if he's around. So it's unfortunate. So Bill at the table. And welcome to Mal, sorry. Well, I mean, you heard what Steve said last night, Semi-Pro. This idea you've got for doing something similar, it's going to get ballsed up with people not showing. That's the thing about leagues. You need to have reliable people. People that have been around a while. And, you know, if they say they're going to be there, they'll be there. And then if they're not, now this is the other thing. If they're not going to be there, and they know they're meant to be playing, then they go out their way to fight to tell you, to get a message to the team captain, which they can obviously do via their profile, via the messaging system, or if they have them on Facebook or whatever, they can get a message to them. So there's no excuse if his ad was fully aware that he was meant to be playing, but he could at least do the decent thing and tell people that he's held up, or he can't make it, or something's cropped up, whatever. Right, so Bill has squared the match, so let's do the rounds here. Obviously, we don't need to worry about the Larry match. Spud Boy still 1-0 up against Tam. Let's go in and see if we can jinx Spud Boy. I read that part where they're supposed to just arrange their match when they can. Well, I've jinxed Spud Boy straight off the bat. He's scratched. Never doubt my powers. And Spud Boy's 2-0 up though. Well, here's the big ask for Tam with ball in hand. So we're 50 minutes away. I notice Interchangex is in getting some practice. So he's obviously meaning business today. Tam just brushed that 4-ball to the rail. Now he needs to actually be able to see it. That's the problem. And that's well done. So we'll see if Tam can get his way out, or is it going to be one of these racks where you do all the work and then you can't get the 9-ball, or you fail in the 8-ball. That's just gone slightly awkward. One of these cutting in to a partially blind pocket with a 9-ball encroaching in the line. I mean, it goes, but unless he's gone the other way. Watch the cue ball though. Well, that was a cracking shot. Taking it that way, he risked the scratch. But this is a good out for Tam to go on the board. We'll pop out of here and make our way through the other rooms. Oh dear, commentator's curse. What a disaster that is. That's a shocker. I'm getting out quick. That's a shocking miss of the night there by Tam. He's gifting it. And now 3-0 down. Right, so John Boo and Bedhead. Bedhead's looking comfortable here. John Boo getting 7 and out. Well, he was doing great up to that point, and then he can't pot the 9-ball. I never jinxed him. But he bottled it in the 9. Well, I think, unless John Boo gets a couple of quick money balls in the break, I think he's doomed in this match. I mean, it's races to 9, so this could turn very quickly if he does get a couple of money balls in the break. Bedhead's left himself a bit awkward here because he's too high to hold this 4-ball, I think, and he's going up table looking to find the gap to get on that 6, I would imagine. And that's well played. I think that's pretty good, right on the money. Yes, I did. Well, Larry's got the first win on the board, albeit by forfeit. A quick look at my phone. I haven't heard any notifications. Well, I'll tell you something. If Paul has told him he's in the team, and if he acknowledged last week that he's in the team, and he hasn't went out of his way to say that he can't play, then I'd be booting him out the bloody door. I mean, that's just me. I would toss him. No, still no reply, so I think we can say that he's not going to appear at all. Well, Bedhead has made the mistake. Problem is, he's left us tight into the side. Yeah, it's gone in though, so let's see if John Boo can get a lucky money ball in the break here, because that's what he needs. Now, a couple of balls have gone in. I think the 6 was one of them, so I don't think a money ball went in. 5 and 6 have gone. Now he can come back across the table. Oh, I thought he'd overcut that. That's not bad. That is not bad. He's gone. Well, he's got an angle. He just needs to get up the table for that 4. He did the bailout. So this couldn't be easier. Drop the 4 in and pop the 7 in, and that's 2 quick racks. Like I said, that's how easy it can turn in a match like this. And now he might even break and get a money ball in the break. Suddenly it's 3 apiece. Oh, the cue ball's gone though, I think. And the 9 ball. So, not the 9 ball. What went there? No, the 8 ball it was. No, I'll correct myself again. What was it? 5 and 7 went. So Bedhead ball in hand, he's going to be out. Right, so the news for Tam is he's got 1 in the board. Bill is 4-1 down, so Bill's got a bit of work to do. We'll jump into the Bankster brain pull-out match. Mal, see this morning, when I got out of work, I went into the car. I was sitting in the car, just about ready to go, and I was just checking my phone, and I had an alert that said you were live, and I thought, Mal never does anything live. And I dropped in, but I couldn't hear whether you had a mic or not. I had the volume up my phone, but I could not hear whether you had a mic. I wasn't hearing anything. So I typed a message and then went home. I didn't hang around. I just typed that message and left the car park, went down the road. I thought, that's unusual. Mal doing a live stream. Next thing you know, he'll be doing commentaries. Well, brain pull-out needs this. And just the 8 ball, I'll get him back to within 1. And we'll see his break. Yeah, I had a moan. There's that pattern of the 3 balls. It got bumped with the 8 though. And I think he came up dry. Yes, I had a moan at the work today. I says, who do I complain to? What about? I said, I bought one of these bloody pizzas yesterday and I never got my little plastic bottle of chili oil in it. They just laughed, as I knew they would. Bankster doing a bit of capo in there, getting a fluke in the side. And the thing is that drizzle of chili oil on the pizza when you get it out of the oven, that really finishes it off. It's lovely. It adds, you've got chili, you've got sliced chili peppers on the top of the pizza, good quality mozzarella, and mincemeat, spicy mincemeat on it. It's a lovely pizza. Well, Brain Pullout's got an Albinario cut in the 4-ball. And like Albinario, he didn't get it to the hole. And this is dead straight. Cue ball almost on the rail. He'll do well to jack up, dig in. Unless he's just going forward and leaving an Albinario cut from that end of the table. Yeah, sure, but I'm shit. Well, this time, Bankster shows us how it's done. Again, these are still tricky, these. Catch in the jaw. Goes in clean though, so we'll give that to Bankster. I think he might be, is he straight? No, he's got an angle, so he should be able to dig in or go. I don't know whether he's happy going around the corner. He's just trying to get up the table. Well, this is not going to be quite as easy. These are always dodgy. But again, not a problem. So, Brain Pullout had a chance there to get back on par. So he's got work to do now as well. Let's have a look and see what's happening. Tam's now 4-1 down. Right, and Chimpy's in deep trouble here. I think he needs me to come in and jinx Sergaresh. Sergaresh with a 6-1 lead. Well, I'm in while Chimpy's shooting, so I might jinx him. Well, don't forget what Larry did last week. Larry was, and dare I say it while Semi-Pro's here just to rub it in even deeper. Semi-Pro was up 8 racks to 1 last week against Larry. And somehow, by some sort of capitulation or whatever, Larry managed to dig it out and won it 8 in a row to win in a final rack decider. Yes, I just thought I'd mention it, just to depress Semi-Pro even more. But he bounced back well, though, didn't he? Didn't he bounce back well, cold as pillow? Tell everybody about that. Tell everybody about the bounce back ability of Semi-Pro in his next match. What happened in his next match, cold as pillow? Go on, tell everybody. If you don't tell everybody, I'll tell everybody, so you better tell everybody. Well, Chimpy has the 8-ball in the break. A shot in the what? No, he hasn't got a shot. I see I keep mixing the 9-ball up with the 1-ball on this blue cloth. Yeah, he's hooked in the 1. He's looking for a push out. Well, yeah, he's playing it there. Let's have a look. Well, that is extremely tight for a bank. And the way he played it, he's left an easy safety there for Sergaresh. So, Sergeresh at the table. Now, if I was him, I'd be just nicking that one ball and trying to duck back along this short rail, but he might be going for the cut. Yeah, I think he went for the cut. So here's Chimpy's chance. We'll see the end of this rack, and then we'll go on the rounds again. Quick look at the watch. About what, about 37 minutes before the big match. Well, as long as he's nice off the rail, simple enough to get on the 5. Now, how far does he want to come back? Let's have a look at what he's got here. See, he's got slightly the wrong angle in this 4. And as a result, he didn't get high on the 5 where he can just drop down, but he can bunt out into the table, I think. As long as he comes further, well, he's running it, but as long as he's over this side, he should be good to go. That'll do it. Well, Bill has been gutted by Paul. That is a good win for Paul by 9 racks to 3. He's caught Bill cold. So the tactical geniuses are 1 apiece at the moment with that forfeit. Tam's not looking good. But Chimpy's got the deficit down to 3. We'll see the break. Four ball goes in. Not really a great shot in the 1, so let's have a look. Tam's now 6-1 down. It is not looking good. So Larry's just about to start his match with Paul. Let's jump back in here, see if we can jinx Spud Boy. Well, Spud Boy had a good... Was it last week Spud Boy had a good week as well? Spud Boy's finding his feet in this league. He's really, really trying hard. As is everybody. But it's good to see Spud Boy actually getting a wee bit of success. Well, Spud Boy's got the easiest safety in the world here. Just pop that 5 ball through, stick Tam in the 6. What's he doing? He's going for the... Well, that's absolutely dreadful. Now, from me saying he's been playing well, that's the crappiest safety of the night, that is bloody awful. I mean, why didn't just push that through and stick him in the 6? I am totally bewildered. This is what bugs me about players, where they don't see the most obvious shot to play, and then he plays something completely silly like that. Okay, the 7 ball's not great, but Tam's did well to get on it. But Tam really has to putt it. In fact, I think he can't pot it, can he? Well, if Tam can't pot it, he can stick him up. And he's went all out for the pot where he should have stuck him on it. So that's another numpty shot. Yes, this is heading for disaster. Why he didn't stick Spud Boy up there, I don't know. Because that 7 ball didn't cleanly go. It just baffles me. I did that in my message I sent to them 3 weeks ago. They shouldn't need any more bloody encouragement. They need to cut out the numpty stuff that we're seeing here. So they do. They know they'll get more sense than that to be doing stuff like that. I mean, Spud Boy started it. Let's blame him. He started it and then Tam followed suit. Well, this is certainly going to do the rack difference a hell of a lot against us. It's 7-1 now to Spud Boy. And I think it's dry. Right, let's get out of here quick. So that's the one match that's still to resolve itself. Larry's 1-0 down against Paul. Paul getting last two. And these other matches are all still going. So you've got John Boo, who's now gone 6-5 behind against Bedhead. So that match, that is on a bit of a knife edge there for Bedhead with that 7 and out there for John Boo. That could be interesting. And looking at Brain Pullout, he's 6-2 down against Bankster. Sergeresh 7-3 up against Chimpy. Let's go into John Boo, because I think this could turn on its head, this match, maybe. You never know. Oh, well played. Found the line with the bank. Good in the 2. Little drop through for the 3 in the side. 4 up top. I suppose the critical shot's how good he is in the 4 to get to the 5, because if he does that, okay, then he's definitely going to be out here. Welcome to Wit. Oh, by the way, Semi-Pro, now that you mention it, how do you encourage them on a live stream? Bearing in mind, none of them should be listening in the live stream. And remember, I say what I see. I don't care whether it's my team that's played or not. If I see shit, I call it as shit. But I definitely jinxed Spud Boy by saying he's had a good week last week and he's doing not bad this week. Then boom, he plays that shot in the 5 ball. Oh dear. I asked Haz last night if he was playing League today. He said he was, but he was going to Luton this morning. So say that again. I asked Haz last night if he was playing League today. He said he was, but he was going to Luton this morning, so couldn't play. Right, so he couldn't be asked telling Paul that he couldn't play then. Is that basically what we're saying? Oh dear. I mean, he can't use the messaging system in VP4. He can't log into his profile and send a message to Paul. How hard is that? How much time does that take out of your life to actually do that and do a courtesy and do yourself a favour, the captain a favour, give him time to pop somebody else in? I mean, that's just stitched him right up doing that. It really has. Right, so I won't expect a reply then. Must have forgot's no excuse. Not in my book, it's not. Well, see, this is the trouble. It's the biggest problem you have with leagues in this game, is the fact that a lot of people, when they're signed up to it, they take it serious enough that if they're in the team, they're going to be there. Others, you know, are from the point of view, it's only a game, what does it matter? Well, it matters when you're in a team, because you're letting yourself down, you're letting your captain down for picking you, and then you don't go out your way to just let people know that you can't make it. You know, that I don't have much sympathy for that at all. So Bedhead is going to be in the hill. So John Boo needs a bit of a miracle here to get out of this. Well, that is probably a good idea, Semi-Pro. I think that you have to be here 15 minutes before. But then again, the other thing is that it's a bit of a two-way thing, isn't it? If you say, you know, Larry, Bill, and Tam are in today, and then you know, Bill doesn't show up at 2:15, and he sends a message saying, "Look, I'm tied up at work, I can't make it." Then, first of all, are you asking all the rest of your team to be there on the day as well, in case you need a sub? You know, that's a bit of a dodgy thing, because, you know, Matt, for example, he can't play this week or next week. So I know that he's not in this week, and I know I'm not picking him for next Saturday because he said he won't be there. So at least I know that. But if you then don't have a player here by 1:45, you then have time to toss him out and put somebody else in. Now, unless you've got another team member here, for example, if that was me and nobody else was here, I would have had to stick myself in. Right, Bedhead, now with ball in hand. He's had a quick look at that 6 ball, I think, there. Well, the 6 ball goes, no problem, that's fine. So I think we've probably seen enough of this match. Right, so Sergresh is on the hill. Bankster's 6-3 up. Spud Boy on the hill against Tam. And Larry's now got himself, after losing that first rack, Larry's got himself 3-1 in front. So Spud Boy looks to be home and dry there against Tam. Let's have a wee look here at Bankster and Brain Pullout. Bankster just needs to go out nice in the 9 like that, and that'll be him. 4 in front. Well, you know. I mean, let's look at the show so far, Semi-Pro. Last week, Hazard didn't turn up. He didn't turn up until I got a hold of him on Facebook. Whether he forgot or not doesn't matter. And this week he hasn't showed up at all. So if I'm Paul and that's me, he's tossed out the door to hell with him and get rid of him. Get somebody else in. Get rid, because you're only going to have the same problem further on down the line with unreliability. And then they'll turn around and an excuse and say, it's only a game. Harsh bullshit. Get him out the door. Might be in an emergency. But the fact that Witt said he's away to Luton for the day and told Witt that he couldn't play. See, if it's me, I don't care if there's a death in the family. You still get your phone and send a message through the VP4 messaging system saying, look, I've had a bit of tragedy in my life and I can't be there, end of. And there's the win for Bedhead by 9 racks to 5. And Bankster provided he doesn't scratch, and he's avoided that by switching it around the corner. He should be on the hill here. So, some heavy results coming in. Let's have a look. So, Bedhead's a result. 1-0 to the Gamblers. It looks as if it's going to be 1 apiece if Sergeresh can go over the line. I think we need to jump to this match because Chimpy's back to within 2. And Chimpy at the table. What happened in the lobby? Did I miss something? Well, there's another wit. There's a wit with 2 T's. A wit with 2 T's has arrived. Sergeresh is feeling the pressure. He said a bang at that 4 ball, and the 4 ball is on. He's trying to race to the finishing line here, Sergeresh. Well, he's only a lowercase wit, so that means he's a half wit. Well, Chimpy, I think, has left this a wee bit awkward. Now, he could easily put a bit of spin in that cue ball if he's not lined up right here. But he's got it right above the 7, and he's looking good to be back within 1. And the inevitable has happened. Spud Boy has taken out Tam, 9 racks to 2. Come on, Tam. Give us some bounce back in your next match. Well, Chimpy will have the break. And Chimpy, of course, trying to defend his unbeaten record, remember. He hasn't lost a match yet. Five balls going in, 3 balls gone in. Dodgy shot in the 1. Well, he's not playing it up there, he's playing it up the top right. That was well played. Now he has to make his mind up. He's got to get out and get as good a line as he can, because this 4-7's pretty much dead if he can get really good on it. It's not going past the 8 ball, so he's got to try and get on the combo unless he's trying to get somewhere really good on it. This looks good. Oh, that is a wee bit further than they would have liked, but I think it's not too bad. And Bankster has taken down Rainfill out 9-3. Some heavy defeats today. And it's going to go all the way, I think. Well, that bang that Sergeresh had in the 4 ball, that might be his last shot. Big break coming up here for Chimpy. Good comeback from Chimpy so far. Taking it all the way. How long have we got? About 16 minutes to go. Not if I can help it, no. I know my limitations. I started off the first week, had a good first week, and I want to quit while I'm on top. And I only played the first week because we only had 3. I didn't have enough players. We only had the bare minimum of 3 in the team. That's the only reason I played. So Chimpy off and running. Big problem is the 6 ball. And now what's he going to do? Because the angle he's got in the 5, he's running away from the 6. The 7 ball's actually in the way as well, because if you wanted to stun that in and come up and try and pump the 6, that's no good. He's going to play the hard cut to get a hit. And that's worked out very well, although it's again a dodgy cut on the 6. No, I don't. I think Steve's a bit like me. He would much rather let his teammates do the work. Well, this is a pressure shot. But in it goes. I think I've got about 14,000 $. Well, Sergeresh, you were in a great position to take him down, but he's let it go away. And Chimpy runs out 9-8 winner, and he is still undefeated. So a good comeback by Chimpy there. So let's have an update. We have the Team Philippines 2-1 up against the Tactical Geniuses. We've got Larry 4-2 up at the moment in his match with Paul. We've got Spudboy now 3-0 up against Bill. Spudboy getting a handful of money balls, 6 and out, so Bill's up against it there. No doubt there's been money balls flying in the break in that match. And Tam is going to get a bye. So we've been kept in this match by Hazard. That's the unfair thing about it. You know, Tam doesn't have to do anything here other than just sit in the room. And we've got Bedhead 1-0 up against Bankster in round 2. Larry 4-2 in front. Let's have a look and see what Bill can do here. Well, Bill's going to get off the mark. Yeah, well, when I saw Sergeresh and a bang at that 4 ball, I thought his bottle's gone. Right, well, Bill has had the 2 ball and the 4 ball in the break. Now, he's just got to get a clean sight of the 3 ball. Oh dear. And Bill is going to have to. That's too long, that jump. And he's got the hit in the 3. He's come out good. And he's still going to have to work this cue ball. The 6 ball goes into the side. It doesn't go anywhere else though. And that's going to be tricky. He's gone too far. And of course now, you're down into Spudboy's money balls now. If Bill doesn't keep this safe, or it doesn't go in, Spudboy's probably going to have a gift. That was well done. So Bill's working hard. This should just be a drop through on the shorter side of the 9, I would think. Who's Wales playing? Are they playing Italy or England today? Or Ireland? I don't even know who they're playing. Who is it they're playing? England. Oh, aye. I'm all for Wales beating England. Every Scotsman is. You see the amount of French that was at Murrayfield today? There was bloody thousands of them. Plane loads of them, I think, arrived at Edinburgh Airport. Well, that's the only message I'm sending them. I just sent, hurry up, FFS. Oh, watch that cue ball. Well, the old kick and hope. And that 9 ball's going to come into line here. That's the saving grace there for Bill. And it's blocked in both corner pockets, would you believe? Now, if you're in Spud Boy's shoes, there's no great advantage of having a bang at this 5 ball and hoping here he's just going to bang the 5 onto the 9, I think. Is he? I think the main thing is keeping the 5 safe, because obviously if Bill has a shot on it, you would think he'd be out. And now Bill's got the same problem. Does he go all out for a big cut in this? Oh, is it going to hold? Oh, so close. But no cover. So just a 5 and a 6 to open up the gap to 2 again. Well, these are testy. Well, my rule always applies. A quick look, see the angle, and if you can't see the shot in that first look, then I don't think there's much point in having 2 or 3 looks at it. And it goes. So, Spud Boy keeps Bill at arm's length at the moment. Let's have another update. Larry's now 6-2 up against Paul, so it's looking good at the moment for Larry. Tam, I hope Tam's in the room. I need to go out. I need to go out into the lobby and check he's in the room. But the results just come through. That's fine. Right. So, that obviously ties up the scores at the moment. But with Larry's score, he's 7-2 in front. So that should be another point there for the foreseeable future. Right. Let's go down and see what's happening. Sergresh and Brainful out 1 apiece. Bedhead 2-0 up against Bankster. Bankster get the 6th ball. Bankster still dangerous getting that 6th ball. John Boo as well if he gets enough opportunities. But Chimpy's already off and running in that one. Let's go in. Quick look at Sergresh and Brainflout. Brainflout getting the 7 ball. Right, we are about 8 minutes away from the main event of the evening. Is that going to get there? Has it got there? No, it hasn't. Four ball is going nowhere at the moment. And he didn't get into that. He wanted to be sort of here in that 3-ball. But he's got the angle the other way. You know, he can cut this in, stud onto that short rail, and try and come down for a bump. Well, he's played the bank. So, I don't know whether he can skim past the 5 off this. The 5's sort of in the way just to brush the 4. Oh, he has. He's managed to do it. Two rails, possibly 3 to catch the edge of that 4. Could just roll this dead weight. And he's got the hit. And it's not a bad result. Although the obvious bank is on. And it's gone in clean. And this cue ball is running a wee bit too far. Or has it? Yes, it has. So out with the jump stick, I think. I think this is a bit close as far as the distance between the cue ball and the 5-ball. Well, he didn't jack up high enough to get that jump. So here you go, brain full out. 5, the 6 and the 7 for 2 apiece. Well, he didn't want to interfere with the 8-ball there. That was worrying him if he spun it too far out too soon. But not a problem. So that match is all square. Did I miss a result? Oh no, Larry's now on the hill. He's 8-2 in front. So let's jump in and see if we can jinx Larry. I usually do. In fact, the match might have just finished. Or maybe he's... Oh no, we've got in. Testy 5-ball. Cue ball doesn't want to go anywhere near the 6-ball at this line. Well, he's got dug in deep and held that really well. Big stun onto the rail, back out. Optimum position in the 6-ball. And he's now got the angle to go 2 rails around the corner. Now it needs to slow up. It needs to slow up. He's overhit it. He's overhit it big time. Now, the margin of error you've got there is anywhere up to like here for that cut. He's overhit that by 2 feet. You've got to watch that side pocket as well. That's why he's digging in. And that was a good recovery shot. So Larry, unless he scratches in this 9-ball, which he won't be that daft to do, it's going to be another win for the Tactical Geniuses. Right, so let's see the scores now. That will take us into the lead. And Spud Boy is now 6-3 up against Bill. The other matches in round 2, down below, Chimpy is now 2 apiece with John Boot. Bedhead's now 2-1 in front of Bankster. So let's start by going back into Spud Boy and Bill and see whether this match has got any more life in it. Well, this looks pretty good at the moment for Bill. Just punt that 3 ball in, come back out into the table, 4 into the side. Drop down below if he can. I think he's got the angle. Yeah, he can just go through. Whether he brushes into the 7, it won't matter. What's he doing? Playing it into the corner. Drawing back for the corner. So he wants to be rolling through to like there. Now he's decided to go back for the 6 in the side. And the 7 in the side. No. Well, I'll tell you what. He's leaving himself wee testy angles here with a side pocket that wants to interfere with this. And now it's getting even more dodgy. Watch the cue ball. That's what happens when you go out of line. And there's a gift. Well, Bill went about that the wrong way. He should have made it a lot simpler than that, going by what I was saying, because that was avoiding any threat of a scratch. As soon as you start going out of line and you start running round corners, anything like that can happen. And that's a big mistake from Bill. And a big 2-rack swing there to that gift for Spud Boy. Will be kicking himself for that. And Spud Boy might just add salt to the wound here by getting a money ball in the break. Cue ball's gone though. Now Bill needs to redeem himself with ball in hand here. Right. How long we got? In fact, we're almost at the top of the hour. Tam is 1-0 up against Paul. Tam's getting the 6 ball. And Chimpy's now 3 apiece. Bankster is Bedhead's 3-1 up against Bankster. And 3-2 to Sergresh. So let's leave this. And let's go to the tournament. Tab. The room is up. Let's get in. And they're just about, what's happened here? There's the queue. We've got Cobra on the right, Interchangex on the left, and a race to 13. Welcome to Albie. And Interchangex has won the lag. Let me do a quick tab. Once we see the break. Again, as I say, I don't know whether Steve's going to be there or not. 9 ball is going in. Nope, no sign of him. If he appears, he'll appear in the room and he'll let me know he's there. So Interchangex with no shot, unless he's trying to, well, there's no shot on there at all. Now, is Cobra going to put him back in? Well, he's going to look around at options, but I think this is a bit tricky, this. Now, that's going to be a missed call because he didn't call the bank. Well, that was a bit That was a bit silly there from Cobra, wasn't it? I mean, when he's playing it at that angle, surely he must have looked at the angle that one ball's come off the rail and the possibility that the one ball might bank. But Interchangex has got a choice here as to whether he's going to play the bank, because this 3 ball is not very accessible where it's sitting. And the 4 ball is dead in the rail and blocked into one pocket, and it's a really tight space to try and get a cue ball in there for that 4 ball. So, in the end, Interchangex decided to put Cobra back in. He's trying to dink this behind the 5, and if this bumps the 5, well, it doesn't even need to bump the 5 because that cleanly goes that 2 ball. Now he can play this dead weight and just use the pace in the cue ball to come out for the 3 back up the table. Yeah. So now it's going to be the little drawback, I think, or maybe just a stun across, but this 4 ball is off the rail for the cut. Well, that's no bloody good. The 7 bridge is nowhere near the VP4 lobby. Send him a message back and say that. Did you ask him whether he could have been asked to actually send a message? I mean, he can log into his VP4 account with his phone and he can send a message to Paul saying that he can't play. Or could he just not be asked to do it? Or maybe he did. Take it all back. Maybe he did and Paul hasn't checked his messages. I mean, who are we to say? So we've got a bit of tactical stuff going on here in this first rack. And, well, that was almost good. That was almost good. Well, you can certainly use the 8 ball as a stopper and run for cover. You can actually try and, I think, get up the table, risking a scratch heading right up to the top there where that 10 ball is. But Cobra's not got behind the 5. Now, is Interchangex going to bite the bullet here and go all out for the cut? Up past the 10 ball. Oh, no. That's no good. And the first rack is now gone as far as Interchangex is concerned. Lost his touch there, trying to get behind that 6 ball. He might be checking this cue ball up a wee bit. No, he's just playing it dead weight. So the 8 ball is off the rail by a couple of millimetres. And that'll be fine. So, Cobra has won out the tactical side of it. And that'll be first rank the board to him. Quick tab out. Bill is 7-5 down to Spud Boy. Tam is 4-0 up against Paul at the moment. And Chimpy is 5 apiece with John Boo. John Boo getting that 6 ball. Bedhead is 5-2 up against Bankster. And it's now 5-3 to Sergresh against Brainfill out. Cobra's break in rack number 2 is dry. And it's safe as well. I mean, you can see an edge of the one, but barely an edge of it. And if he just brushes it, he's just going to send it next to the 9. Might leave a combo doing that. But they can also push out, of course. But the push out is not easy either, because this one ball goes into the corner here. I think he might end up just brushing the 1. Just brushing it dead weight and letting it roll towards the 9. And take the chance that Cobra may or may not go for a combo. Of course, it all depends on how the 1 ball lies against the rail. Oh, and he had left English on that. The problem with left English on that was that that's pushing the cue ball in towards the 2. And there was such a thin gap to get to the 1. He's ended up fouling the 2 because of it. And that's a big sell out there from Interchangex. Because Cobra's going to snap this up. Big mistake there. Well, that's no bloody good, that. That's a pointless exercise, putting a message in the lobby when no buggers around. I mean, he's got to have a bit more common sense than that, goodness sake. I mean, even if there was nobody there and I was in the lobby, I was away getting my dinner. Even if he sent me a PM, something as silly as that, send a PM to me saying I can't make it, and I was back in plenty of time. I could have told Paul, and at least give him a chance to make a swap before the deadline. I mean, how naive is he to say that he couldn't have even sent a PM to anybody who was in the lobby? If they're hanging around for the leagues, can you pass a message on to Paul? I mean, how hard is that? Come on, that's no excuse. Well, Steve wouldn't be very impressed with Interchangex start here tonight, because he's going to find himself 2-0 down here. He's got to stun past this 10 because the 10's in the way. So this is the critical shot. Yeah, I think Haz is walking a very thin line coming up with that excuse, saying he's put a message in the lobby. I mean, that is a numpty reason. That, I mean, did he think that? He thought, right, I'll put a message in the lobby, that's enough. No buggers here to read it. Three hours before the bloody thing starts. So that's a half bit done. It's definitely going to be 2-0. We need a quick look. We'll give him that. Right, so Bill is heading for defeat here. Spud Boy is 8-5 up. And Bill's had it difficult. That 9-3 loss in the first match there. And it's looking like a possible win here for Spud Boy as well. Tam is now 6-0 up against Paul. So he's doing well at the time being. We'll leave him alone. We'll stay out of the room. Chimpy is under threat here. He's 6 apiece at the moment with John Boo. And Bedhead is looking comfortable, 7-2 up against Bankster. And Sergresh with a 2-rack lead over Brainpill out, 5-3 up. So Tam's looking good to redeem himself. Bill looks as if he's really up against it. But he's got another one back. He's back to 8-6. InterchangeX's break in rack number 3 has come up dry. And straight away, the 1-6 combo has got Cobra started here, but he's got an immediate problem. The problem is the 2 doesn't go into any of these pockets. And the thin cut in the 1, I don't know what he's going to do here, to be honest with you. I mean, he could thin cut it and spin the cue ball up and get it running. He might be trying to bump the 9 here. Yeah, trying to bump the 9. It hasn't come out good. The 9 and the 5 are now tied up. Good afternoon to Smoking Sid. Yeah, Semi-Pro, anybody with a bit of normal common sense would do that. But Hazard seems to have something missing upstairs. He's definitely lacking in the tactical, let your team know that you can't appear. Well, that was always going to be the obvious shot there. But loads of room to go around the corner up the table. Let's have a look at the line. Let's see if we can get my doodle to work. Something like that. Something along those lines. Oh, he's gone narrower than that. And that's not a bad effort. Right, I think I'm going to tab to the lobby tab. Just to see. Now, the thing is, will those league results come up in the lobby? Do they come up in the lobby? I never even noticed whether they do. Yes, they do. So Larry is beating Paul 9-2. And that's a tournament match that's on there. So this rack's got a long way to go to resolve itself. The 5 and 9 are dead. There's nothing happening there. Interchangex again. Well, the 2 ball has just rolled far enough. Yeah, you can't do anything with the 2 ball here. Can't get to it because the 4's in the way. That's really all he could do. Now, can Interchangex get away from this 2 ball? This is touch and go whether he can. He's trying a bit of right English to try and help it get out of there. Yeah, he wasn't really going to get away from there. Oh dear. I'm not getting near it, Larry. I'm staying out of there. I'm not. There's no way I'm getting into that room. Bill's back to 8 all. Well, here's I think that 7 ball's in the way there, but I think he can still cut that a little bit and use the 7. He should be fine. Yeah. Now, Cobra can't do the shot he played earlier because the 7 ball's now in the way. And I think he can go. I think he can. There's a line there. Maybe need to spin it a bit. I don't think that's the line though. No, that's not the line. He's got to spin it. Well, it almost was. He almost feathered that 2-ball there. But Interchangex, he's got to go for the 3 fouls here. He's got to stick him in the 5. Because this rack is not to be run out. Yeah, you've got to go for the 3 fouls. And that 3-ball in the side pocket, I think, are in the way. Let me have a quick look. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's going to have to stick right English in this, I think. If he's going to just try and go that way, and even then, I don't think that the line is really there. Oh, I can't read that result. I can't read it because my little logo's in front. Where the hell is it? I can't see the bloody result. Am I just blind? Oh, I've seen it now. Ah, there it is. I'm looking up and down and up and down. I can't see it. Well, that's a cracking comeback from Tam against Paul. A 9-1 win. That'll boost his spirits. You know, he's got a point. He's got a point, and that's all that matters. He's got a win. Excellent result. Now, how are things going there? Chimpy's on the hill. It's 8-7 to Chimpy against John Boo. Bedhead's on the hill as well. And Sergeresh is going to have to battle to get a point there against Brainful Out because his other teammates are getting... Well, the Chimpy match is touch and go. Good evening to Mark. And Bedhead has come through 9-3. So that'll update what's happening here. Interchangex, well, he's going for the run out. At this, well, this combo's absolutely stone dead. And you know, he's got to get this. I mean, you just, with this shot here, all you're doing is potting the 7, believe it or not. That's all you're doing. You're potting the 7 because the 7's got a perfect line to the pocket. The 9-ball's in the way, so the 9-ball has to go in. Right, so I think we're pretty much going to give Interchangex this rack as long as he doesn't scratch. Right, let's go back here. Larry and Spudboy are underway. Spudboy's getting 7 and out. Bill's sitting in the room waiting his point. So the tactical geniuses are going to win this match, but that's a bit misleading again, simply because we're getting 3 points here with Hazard. So Tam is now into his, or will be into his 3rd match. So we've got, they're all complete. Why can I not see Tam? Right, I see Tam, so why can't I see his other match? I'm getting bloody blind here. Are we just waiting and things refreshing or what? Right, so Spud, but no, Tam's played all his matches now, hasn't he? That's it, I'm an umpty. I'm too busy looking down here and I'm forgetting that we're up the top. So Tam had that 9-2 loss. Then he had obviously the point against. So I mean, if Tam looks on the bright side, he's come out 2-1 tonight, even though you get a gift. So he hasn't done bad. A good win against Paul. Brain fell out, and Sergeresh. Well, Sergeresh is now on the hill, and that's a vital point for the 9-ball shots, and that will take them back. Well, if he does get it, that is, it will take them back to 4-2 down. Right. Now, what's happened here? Interchangex back at the table. So we're going to be all square here in this match. And that's a good win for Tam, because again that sort of reverses the racks there. It gets back those racks that he lost against Spud Boy, so that sort of even things out a wee bit. And we are now evened out here also. Interchangex in rack number 5 breaking off. And 7-ball has gone. Cue ball's going on top of the 1. Yeah, this is dodgy. It's dodgy, but it does cut, and the cue ball looks as if it can get some sort of line. If he was going to cut that, well, he's going the other way. He might be ducking for cover here, though. Or is he? Looks as if he's trying to thin cut this into the corner. Well done, Tam. It's not as bad as you think it is. You get the 3 point off his ad and you won your last match, and that makes up the rack deficit. That evens it out for the night. Bounce back ability, that's what they call it. You've done well. You were crap in the first match, obviously. And the 2 shots that I witnessed, the first one with Spud Boy, or what match was it? Was it your match? I can't remember. No, it probably wasn't. I get confused. And Sergeresh has got that vital win against Brain Pullout. They were desperate for that. Oh, Interchangex. He's gone down the pan straight off the bat here. And an inexplicable miss there in the 1-ball. And a gift of an opportunity for Cobra. So let's have another quick look. So we've got Bedhead and Sergeresh getting underway, and Chimpy and Bankster. And now, did I miss that? Did I miss that result? Aye. Chimpy still undefeated. He won out 9 racks to 7. So the Gamblers are now 4-2 in front. And Sergeresh and Bankster have got very important matches to play here, but they're against 2 hot shots. One of them's undefeated, and Bedhead has had a good night as well. He's had the 9-5 win against John Boo earlier on, and also a 9-3 against Bankster. So there's strong performances here for the Gamblers tonight, and these 2 guys are up against it. But Sergeresh getting the 6-ball is very dangerous against Bedhead with that. Bankster getting the last 2, that's going to be a taller order for Bankster to get to that last 2 against Chimpy. So you have to live in hope that Sergeresh and Bankster can maybe dig their team out a hole tonight. The John Boo Brain Fill Out match will be just about to start. And Spud's put in good results in the league so far. He has. I think he's enjoying it. Well, you do enjoy things when you get a few results. Well, in between all of that, somehow Interchangex is back at the table. So I don't know what Cobra did. Cobra had the table at his mercy. Well, that doesn't surprise me. He didn't play in the German Masters. He's pulled out the Welsh Open. You know, the thing is that he's box office, so a lot of people buy these tickets, you know, leading up to the event on the basis that they're going to get to see him playing. And now he says he's not going to play. Well, is it next week, the Welsh Open? I don't know when it is, because I've had the qualifying rounds for it. But, you know, as long as he's given decent notice that he's not going to be there, then it's a two-way thing. It affects the ticket sales, which the promoters won't be happy about. So somehow Interchangex has got himself into the lead here. Cobra's doing an awful lot of thinking here. And that's absolutely no good. Well, just as well Steve isn't here, because you know what Steve would be saying about that shot. I mean, that is really poor, because he's going to be nailed here in a minute. Well, he should have been. In fact, he's left a gap. Can he check this up? I think he can maybe check this up a bit and still get a hit in that one. Needs a bit of right English on it, I think. Or does he? In fact, he might not. Even if he can get past the 9 ball, he might not need to do it. He might put a wee bit of right. He's got a hit. So Cobra shouldn't even been able to see that 1 ball there. And I'm not sure that Interchangex can see this 1 ball to pot it. I don't think there's enough available. And then when you look at it from that side, definitely not. He'd be just bunting it onto the point of the pocket. And he's got to avoid a double kiss. That's going to be... Well, it's too tight where it's sitting, the 1 ball. And Bill has got the other point for the tactical geniuses, and that was always going to be the problem, is getting the cue ball away from there and getting the 1 ball out of there. And now the table's sitting pretty good here for Cobra, as it was the last time, but whatever happened, he didn't get out. It's in Llandudno, aye. Right, so Larry's 2-0 up against Spud Boy. Bill's got that result. And that is our last match of the night. So VP4TV are 6-2 up. So they're going to get the win. And the bad news for the 9 ball shots is they're already behind in every last match. So this could be a bit of a pummeling at the end of the day for those guys. I think Cobra's going to redeem himself here. He can either come back or drop through, whichever he wants to do. Now I wonder, Bill hasn't. Has Bill left the building now that he's finished? Because I think Bill sort of allots himself time to come here and actually play the league. He's probably going straight back to work. No, he's in. No, I forgot. He's still sitting in that room, isn't he? Until it times out. I forgot about that. Well, Cobra's squaring the match. And Interchangex will break off in rack number 7. New ball gets kicked in. That's exactly what you don't want. And again, well, the first problem is right off the bat. It's just coming out from the 1 ball and getting onto the 2. And then the 4 ball is slightly awkward as well because it's blocked by the 10. It's hampered by the 6. So this is not a straightforward run out. It's far from it. Yeah, this is a major problem here. Although it does go past the 10. Oh dear, I've started yawning already. Good God. Well, this is I think he's sitting good on the angle in the 3, but I think to play it, he's hampered by the 6 slightly. No, I think he's okay. This is a little dinky, tricky shot here. He wants to bump this 3 in and sort of stun and come that way to go on the 4 because it does go past the 10. Unless he's trying to leave this up table and leave a longer cut in the 4 from distance. Yeah, he's played that pretty good. I mean, he could have done with coming down a wee bit lower, but it was just a tricky one to adjust. And well, that's the hard work done. So Cobra's looking odds-on favourite here to be back in front. Now, again, he can go forward and play the 6 on the side. He can dink back, play the 6 on the other side. But how has he left the cue ball, though? Now, you see, that's the problem. Cue ball wants to run away from the 7. And he's pretty close to the rail. So again, it limits what he can do. He's jacking up to hold this. And that'll do nicely. Loads of room. So we'll give him this rack. He'll just stop the cue ball for the 10. Another quick look here. And it's even more bad news if you're on the 9 ball shots team. Bedhead is now 4-0 up against Sergresh. So clearly Sergresh is not getting a sniff near that 6 ball. Chimpy's 2-0 up against Bankster. Brainfallout's 2-0 up against John Boo. And of course, John Boo isn't getting any sort of handicap there to help him. Because he's pretty even the match with Brainfallout as far as the rating goes. So it's all doom and gloom if you're in the 9 ball shots team. It's looking like at the moment a 7-2 win for the Gamblers. And right now, Larry is heading in a similar direction for an overall 7-2 win for the Tactical Geniuses. So, back to the match. We're into, what rack are we into now? Number 8. Have you not noticed, I mean, you all must have noticed how loads of things have changed their sizes, but the prices have gone up. I mean, I used to buy the Coleman's tartar sauce. That was in a bigger jar, and you used to get it in promotion in Tesco's for £1. Now it's a much smaller jar, and you'll never see £1 again for it. And I don't buy it now because of that. Tesco's own packet of shortbread. They took two bars out of it, shrunk the pack down, and now they're charging you more for less. They're all doing it. Everything is shrunk. The prices of food is ridiculous simply because of the markup that is on them. The profit that they make off the sales of food products is astronomical. Well, Cobra's looking good here for some daylight between him and Interchangex. Little bunting and a 7 back across the table for the 8. And again, he should be out here. Let's have a quick tab back. And there's well, the only slight good news is Bankster's got off the mark against Chimpy. Bedhead's now 5-0 up against Sergresh. Brainful Out's now 3-0 up. Larry is 6-1 up against Spud Boy, so it's all looking good for Larry. He had that 4-foot win, of course. He had that win in his second match, and he's looking good for another win against Spud Boy. So Interchangex has got probably one of many important breaks here because he's trying to get a ball, and that 2-ball eventually went. Now, has he got a shot though? And I think the 7 balls maybe ruined any possibility of that. Now, what's he calling the bank? And it's gone in. So, the 3-ball and getting. Is he going to risk running over towards that 7-ball? Yeah, he's got to keep running though. Got to keep running. Well, again, this is one of these testy ones because you're judging the angle around the corner, and then you've got to get into a narrow space to get a shot in the 5. So the window is not that big. And that's perfect. That is very well judged. Now, a little nudge forward. Maybe a wee bit of help and spin. A wee tad right. Oh, he's not hit it. He's not hit it. He has not hit it, I don't think. Has he? No, he hasn't. That's a big fail again. That's really poor. I mean, he just needed to nudge it through with a wee bit of right just to help it out, and he never hit the shot. And these are racks that are leaking away from unforced errors here, which keep saying it. When you're at this stage in the tournament, you can't be doing that. There's no excuse for it at all. And that's no good. That's no good at all. Well off the rail. Cobra's got to fancy this. Right, Tam. Well done. You should have next week off as long as Cold as Pillow makes up his mind he's going to play. Well, dare I say this, but is this match, even at this early stage, bear in mind it is only a race to 13, is this match beginning to get away from Interchangex? Unforced errors are costing him dear. Well, do me a favour, Cold as Pillow, let me know. Send me a message in VP4. It's not difficult to do. You know, there's nothing simpler than just sending a message. Even if you see me in the lobby and I might not be here, send me a private message. You know, it's not hard. But don't ever tell me you're on the bloody Severn Bridge and you can't make it. Don't wait until then, like some other numpties, or whatever bridge he was on. Right, so Cobra with a 6-3 lead. One ball is gone. Oh, this is a very, I think it's a very tricky thin edge of the two to try and brush that to and get out of there. I think if you feather that thin enough, but it's really tricky, you're more than likely going to scratch. But he's pushing out instead. And needless to say, the Interchangex, who hasn't remapped his replay button, should have an easy safety here, ducked in behind that 4 and 10. Even I could do that. Right. Uh, 7-1 to Bedhead. 3-2 to Chimpy against Baxter. Brain pull out 4-1 up, so yeah. Not good. Well, not good if you're in one team. Brilliant if you're on the other team. A good kick by Cobra. And he's not left anything easy. Back, Interchangex looks as if he's lining up the thin cut. Or is he? Might be going the other way, aye. Yeah, gone to the rail too soon. Now he needs to get a lucky roll. And he has done. So we'll go and have a look at the update once those matches have been resolved, the last matches of the night. And so it's going to finish in and around the 2-hour mark, which is not bad considering there is only the 4 teams. But to get all the matches played, round about 2 hours, 2.25 hours is good. Because that's not ruining the whole of your day doing that. And Hazad this is the other thing as well. Hazard came in as a sub for that other half-wit, Maxer, who didn't turn up the first week. And Hazard came in as a sub for him. And he's bloody worse. Maybe he should have kept Maxer. Maybe he should have gave Maxer a second chance. Well, it is looking a bit ominous here. If you're Interchangex, he's now relying on quite a few mistakes from Cobra, or quite a few dry breaks. And there's the win for Larry. So that completes the matches for the Team Philippines and the Tactical Geniuses. It's a 7-2 win. And looking at what's happening in those remaining matches up top, Sergresh has got 2, Bedhead's got 7. Chimpy's now pulling away from Bankster. It's a 5-2 lead. And Brainful Out is 1 rack in front against John Boo. So there might be a slight glimmer of a chance still for John Boo there. But these other ones, they're looking dead and gone. So well done to Larry. Larry's had a good night. Well, again, having tabbed out there, we've missed what the hell Cobra did to end up putting Interchangex back at the table. That's twice that's happened. I've tabbed out to look at what's happened in the leagues, and suddenly Cobra's in a rack that he should have ran out and he hasn't. And Interchangex is getting a gift back here. I think Paul's a bit pissed off, to be honest with you. I don't blame him. I think he is a wee bit pissed. So Interchangex now on his break has got a ball. And he's on the 1 ball. 3 ball is available. Plenty of room to get out onto the 4. And the tricky thing again, of course, is it all looks simple. You know, you look at this table, it all looks simple. We're all missing Olive. Albinario, have you not gone back to the Solaris forum and then looked at some of those quotes of the day? Some of them are hilarious. I was reading through them the other day there when I was cleaning out the forum. And of course, Romario and you are on it quite a bit. Oh, I would tactically destroy Steve. So I would. And that was the tricky shot, getting good in the 4 to be good in the 5. So the only thing that's going to go wrong now is he's going to hook himself behind the 9. And if he just dinks back, he's going to stay well away from that. No, I wouldn't. You know why? Because, yeah, you need to go and have a look, Albie. If you're not doing anything, go and have a read through some of them. In fact, there's things I said that I don't even remember typing that in the lobby. I don't remember half of the stuff I typed. I mean, bear in mind it's all at 10 and 15 years old, most of it. In fact, it is probably about 15 years old. Well, this match was threatening to run away about 10 minutes ago. And suddenly, we're back in business here. No, it would surprise me with the fact that he'd be getting a decent handicap and he'd be banging money balls in the break. So he would. Oh, this isn't great. That's way short. I mean, why leave it way short? You've got, you know, you overhit that by 3 feet and you're up here. You shouldn't be doing this. Yeah, I had a good rant at Allenville. I was calling him a Romanian gypsy and all sorts of crap. Oh dear. You can't get away with that now in this politically correct VP4 lobby. You can't say that now. But I don't know what it was about. But we used to take the piss out of each other in that GameSpy lobby. I'll grant you that. So I thought, let's have a quotes of the day. I started the post, and we had hundreds of them. And Bedhead comes through 9-2 victor against Sergres. Bedhead's been drilling them this afternoon. Well done, Bill. Are you going to be available next week? I'm serious, by the way. Well, that's not politically correct now either, Little Britain. Well done, Larry. Well done, Bill. And well done, Tam. We came out good in the end with a little bit of help, I must admit. Yeah, just do what Hazard did, Bill. Just don't do anything. I'll try and get a hold of you on Facebook on next Saturday at 4:45. You'll then tell me, no, I can't play, and then I'll panic. Just do it the Hazard way. But Bill's got more bloody sense than that. Hazard the sub is going to get subbed. That's exactly what I'd be saying. Yeah, let me know, Bill. You know how to do it. Because Matt can't play next week either. He can't play this week or next week. And like Steve says, he wants to keep his good players playing. But if you can't make it, you can't make it. Don't go out your way to do it. If I have to play, then I'll play. But if I can help it, I won't. Well, Cobra is going to have to manufacture a combo here. Now, he could try bumping in behind that 7, banking the 4 up the table and trying to come across in behind the 7. That's no good. That is, he's left a full ball on here for Interchangex. Admittedly, he stuck to the rail. Now, does that bank? I think he might have to. Does it bank as it is? Because my eyes can't tell me whether it can't. Well done, Spud Boy. Oh, he's caught the 6. Well, he was trying to pinch too much there, Interchangex, so this rack's gone. I think our team should just forfeit the rest of the season. No, you're not at that stage. What you do is get rid of the waster that couldn't be bothered showing up and couldn't be bothered letting his team captain know either. That's what you do. That's what I'd already have done it. I would have booted him out the door. Right, now you've got to remember what Stubbs on there in quite a few different disguises. You can't you can't mistake it's him anyway. He's got master whatever. He's got about 4 or 5 different profiles he's using in VP4 in GameSpy. Well, I knew that's what was happening, Bill. I knew that's what was happening. Spudboy was getting like, what, 6 and out or something, and nothing you can do about that at all. You're really up against it if balls start flying in the break. And, well, it's back to square one here for Interchangex, because the gap is going to go to 2. Let's have one final look. Chimpy's on the hill to continue that 100% record. He's 8-2 up. Now this match, John Boo is staying in touch. He's 1 rack. In fact, he's just tied the match up. It's 5 apiece, so there is a glimmer of hope for the 9 ball shots to get another point here. Larry, you know what I'm going to ask you? Are you going to be available for the rest of the season? Bill's not sure yet whether he can make it next week. Coldest Pillow's going to let me know. Matt can't play next week either. Not this week or next week. And Chimpy has got the result. Well, he already had it, didn't he? Did I not just say that? Aye, I did. I think I did. Or maybe I didn't. I can't remember now. I'm jumping backward and forward. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. But John Boo and Brainfill Out is the final match to be completed. Now I missed Larry's reply there because the chats all went up and I was tabbed out. Did Larry say it'd be okay? Somebody tell me he said yes. Or is Larry going to keep me is he going to keep me hanging on? Well, at this stage in the first season, Mooncake was still in a winning streak. I think Chimpy's got to go at least another 2 weeks. Larry's got no breaks. Oh, I see what he means now. Right, so if you want a break next week, then I'll put myself in. Well, Cobra's got himself in a bit of a hole here. Rather a big hole. And Interchangex should be back within 1, although Cobra will be breaking next rack. Steve won't be playing next week. Well, Larry's just said he wants a break, Coldest Pillow. Larry's burnt out. Well, big break for Cobra to try and regain his 2-rack lead. Yeah, Larry said he's wondering when he's getting a break. So if Larry wants a break, then he can have a break. Well, at least Paul's got a week to decide whether he's booting his ad or not. I must admit, though, Paul would be a bit of a numpty if he kept him in the team. That's my opinion. That's all I'm saying on the subject, because I know what I'd be doing. In fact, that was I'm surprised Paul didn't stay here, because Paul sent me a PM. He said he had somebody else he was wanting to sign up to the team, but they didn't know how to accept the invitation. And I said, well, I can't really remember because I've never accepted an invitation. But is it not that the person has to go to the team manager button and hit that, and then there's another option to accept it or something? Is that not what we said a couple of weeks ago? Well, I'm willing to bet cash money that you'll never get stubbed to play in these leagues. Is that right? So he hits so it still says team manager, and if he hits that button, then he should have the option to accept it or something. Now, is that Rosen a new player? Has he always been in the team? Is that maybe the player he was trying to get to accept? I don't know. He didn't tell me who it was. Well, he must have got him sorted out then. Maybe that was the one he was talking about. Well, that's what I do. I just bail Hazard out the door. Have nothing more to do with him. Well, Cobra is going to maintain his lead. Now there's a pressure break for Interchangex coming up. Where the hell are these people getting these names? Bicicleta Conversive. Where are they getting these names from? Are these AI generated names that they're coming up with? Yeah, he's more reliable than Hazard. Hazard never made it last week for the first matches. Couldn't be asked this week. At least Maxer was better than that. Although he never got a second chance. Now, we need to have a little check-in here. Oh, suddenly this match has turned on its head. John Boo is 8-5 up against Brainfallout from 5 apiece. John Boo's on the brink of getting a vital point for the 9-ball shots. Well, I'm still tabbed into the lobby, aren't I? So we'll see the result coming out. And then we'll have an update. Well, Cobra called the one for the corner pocket. Now he's got to come back across behind the 9-ball. And that looks pretty good pace. Now, is he a bit straight though? Let's have a look and see what he can do with the cue ball. No, he's got an angle. Now, he can just run forward and let it run out and leave a longer free ball, or he can stun it hard. And that's pretty good also. Yeah, bicicleta is a bicycle, I know that. Yeah. We sell a wine in our store that's called bicicleta, I think. Albinari will probably tell you if he's still there, because I haven't looked at the bracket yet. We'll do that at the end of this as well. Oh, I thought it was Albi. Well, I don't remember seeing anybody called Spin Master, and I don't remember seeing that name there either. So this is the make or break shot. Got to get decent on this 7 so he can get up the table for the 8. Now he's going to be stuck in the rail though. But has he got the angle? Well, there's not a lot there. He's going to have to force this in and get it running. He's going to have to juice it up big time. And he doesn't want to bump the 10 ball if he can help it. Doesn't want to bump the 10. Commentator's eye. And now he's in bother. What am I missing in the chat? Coldest. Larry says they are all stub. Semi-Pro says, Hugh, that's because they're not in with your groupies. I don't know what we're talking about now. What have I missed? Right, hang on a minute. Let's see what's happening in this match. It's 8-6 now to John Boot. Now the bank is on for Cobra. He hasn't called it and he's not interested. And that's a better plan. That is definitely a better plan. So up and down for the kick in and the 8 ball. And you would think that if this doesn't go in and it's not safe, that it's going to go to 3 racks here. Oh, he's played that. Great. And now Cobra can't refuse the cut. You said about the names. Oh, we're talking about those guys in the lobby. Or the strange names in the lobby there. I know what you're talking about now. Well, this might be the story of the match. Interchangex can't get back onto a level playing field here. Whenever he gets near, something happens. And Cobra now is going to be 3 in front with the break as well. Well, he did his best to try and scratch there. Still 8-6. Well, this will be a nightmare finish for the 9-ball shots if Brainfallout can take this all the way. And Cobra's break is dry. Where's the cue ball? Oh, it's stuck to the 8. Or is that the 9? Oh no, the 8. The cue ball's in the middle of the table. Well, the thin cut's on. Now, ideally, we'd like to bump the 3. I don't think it will bump the 3. I think it's he's got a tiny feather of right in this. And I think that's what he was trying to do. And oh, I think he's got to tweak this cue ball here. But he's not even playing to try and pot it. He's just trying to get distance. Another quick tab. It's still 8-6. Well, that's a great shot. Great cut by Cobra. Well, I think this shot here will be the one that will decide the rack. And of course, you have to force the cue ball to get up that table. And the threes rattled, the cue ball scratched. And it's still just as difficult here for Interchangex with ball in hand. I mean, the 3 balls in the pocket. So he's looking to find the line behind the 8 and 9. And he doesn't want to go too far. And he's good. Does Cobra have a pet snake? Needs to come out. Needs to come out. Needs to keep going. He's the wrong side of the 5. So just a little dink back. In fact, he might juice this up and scratch in the corner pocket. He's okay. Right. That 7 ball is a bit too tight for comfort past the 10. So he's got to get pretty good on it, but he doesn't want to be really straight. Now this could very easily catch him out here. If he catches a whisker of that 10 ball, he's going to the short rail with a 7 and he ain't going in. Oh, he did catch a whisker of it, a really thin whisker. And he's got away with it. And this looks like maybe good news for the 9 ball shots. Because John Boo has salvaged a point there, which might be a very important point for the 9 ball shots. We'll catch up with this in a minute. Because Interchangex is back to within 2 with the break. And now we can tab back into the room. Right. Well, the break's dry. Let's have... where the hell do we go here? Event summary, that's where we want to go to. So, if we look at it, the gamblers have played 4, won 4, they're 100%. Tactical Geniuses played 3, played 4, won 3, lost 1. And you've got 77 wins for the gamblers, 74 for VP4. Lost 12 matches, lost 9 matches. 283 racks for, 183 against. 269 for, 196 against. So there's only like 3 percentage points difference there. The poor old 9 ball shots are holding up the rest. Down there at the foot of the table, still waiting on their first win. Team Philippines 1 and 3. So it goes 100%, 75, 25 and 0. $162 for, 281 against, 219 and 273. So the schedule next week, week number 5, is the Tactical Geniuses against the 9-ball shots. Team Philippines against the Gamblers. What the Team Philippine lineup will be next week, we're not sure. So we'll just have to wait and see. And now that I'm on here, I'm just going to go to that, and that'll be us. Oh shit. So that's the Cobra match. No, it isn't. It isn't Albinario they play. It's Bullabog. Aye, the winner of this match plays Bullabog. I thought it was Albi. Right. Well, we're back in time to see Cobra getting ball in hand. Now, this is just a roll through. And roll through far enough to get to that 4-ball. He's got himself a wee bit awkward. This has suddenly become a wee bit more tricky because he's got to make sure he still sees the 7-ball, and he's fine. Now around the corner now, and it's going to be a 3-rack gap again, but double figures now for Cobra, and we are running out of racks, or at least Interchangex is, and needs more assistance from Cobra if he's going to take this maybe all the way. You never know. What made us all think that the winner of this played Albinario? Did we totally forget about Paul? And Paul was very unlucky. Well, there's unlucky, and then there's just make mistakes at the wrong time with all those racks that he could have won in that last match. So now it's getting to a critical point in this match. Cobra with a 3-rack comfort zone and a break, and he could really probably take Interchangex out of this match in this rack here if he can get out. And at the moment it's looking pretty good. 3-ball is gone. He's on the 1. He'll have a cut in the 2. 4 balls right there next to the 8-ball. Wide open pocket. 5 balls got a wide open pocket. 6 balls the same. 7 into the side. I'm giving him this rack right now. Just got to come anywhere down the bottom of the table to open up the 5 ball. Now, he's got again loads of room just to bunt through onto the rail or just stop it where it is. Ideally, he must get bottom side of this 7 ball as we're looking into the side pocket, but he's not even doing that, is he? Well, that's pretty poor to be sticking the cue ball there. I mean, come on. He's just giving himself more work to do. There's no way he should have been there. Making hard work of things at times, Cobra. Well, he's got a slight angle, but the 10 ball's sort of in the way. That's why he's having to draw back. I mean, I don't believe he was ever contemplating going forward anyway, because now he's nice. So, I think the match is gone now for Interchangex. He had those opportunities to stay in touch. But this is probably broke the back of the match now for him. We're just marching, we're just treading water now, I think, till the finish line. Unless something dramatic happens. So the gap is 4. And it's now no mistake time for Interchangex. And ball in the break and a shot. 8 balls gone. And he's got a shot. Now the 2 balls gone tricky. It's immediately gone tricky, this 2 ball. That's horrible. So even if you get yourself to here, it's off the rail, but you don't really want to be playing that. You might have no option. The chances are he's just going to thin edge it. He's trying to get there. Well, he's got to really cut this thin. If he pushes it forward and it goes to the rail, it won't go. He's got to skim it at a bit of pace. Now he needs it to roll out nice. Well, the 3 balls wide open, so that's not an issue. Now, I think the safest thing to do is just to check the cue ball up and leave an Albinario pot in this 4 ball. He could try coming down the table, but that's dangerous with the 5 ball being where it is. And I think that's a sensible shot. Left it a wee bit tougher, but as long as he doesn't bump the 10 ball, he should be good on the 5 into the same pocket. And that's well done. Needs to keep going. Oh dear. Oh dear. And that is it. The unforced error again by Interchangex. And this is just playing into Cobra's hands. Making his life very comfortable. Easing the pressure. If the pressure wasn't already eased. He's now going to be on the hill. And he's going to be breaking. Well, Interchangex has run his course, but he's actually played, for what I can think, is his worst match of the tournament. In terms of consistency, he's not really been at the races today. And the trouble with that is that when it happens at this stage, you are dead and gone. Although I think the things that we've missed has been Cobra's mistakes. He still made certainly a few too many more mistakes than he would like. But in the end, it hasn't really mattered a great deal. All it did make sure is that Interchangex stayed in the match for a reasonable part of it. But it's all gone away from him in the end. And it's top side of the 3 ball, nice angle to get into that gap. He hasn't hit it though. He hasn't hit it. But he can dink this into the side, I think. If he wants to be cheeky and just spin this across behind the 8 ball. Let's see the line. He should be over a bit here. Maybe there. If he's going where I think he's going. Oh, he's played it down into the corner instead. And he's left a lifeline. A slim lifeline here for Interchangex. Well, Steve's finally arrived in the room. I hope he's not arrived in Discord, because there's not a lot to be said. I'm going to have a quick tab. Hang on. Yeah, he's seen the sense in it. There's no point getting into Discord at this stage. Well, I thought he would have tried jabbing that into the side pocket and spinning across. Well, don't forget, guys, Slim and Steve should be around later on tonight. If you've got no work to go to tomorrow, it might be worth staying up a bit late for the match between Stubb and Vinces. This is Stubb versus Vinces take 2 from their 10-ball final back in 2019, where Stubb, I think, was 3 in front with 4 to play, managed to find a way to lose that match. It's on at midnight, or 1 AM in the morning, your time, Chimpy. I'll see it when I get home tomorrow. And I won't be coming online into the lobby. I'll be going straight into YouTube. I don't want anybody to tell me anything. I want to watch it right from the start all the way through. So, up and down. Well, this is not great. This is bedhead territory, not Albinario territory. Big cut in the 10 or a big bank. So this for the match. And he hasn't done it. Another lifeline for Interchangex, but this is just as tough. I think I'd fancy the bank a lot better than the cut, to be honest with you. I think the bank's more of a certainty than the cut to me. Yeah, and he was nowhere near it at the end, and that definitely is his last shot. So well done to Cobra. And the danger for Stubb is that Cobra and Albinario are still around. So Cobra wins by 13 racks to 7. And now we will see that he's got to fancy his chances against Paul, against Bullabog, because Paul is in way over his head now. But if he can play like how he played in that last match, then he could give Cobra trouble. He's got to be playing at the same high level, and he's got to be taking those opportunities. And don't give up hope just because it's Cobra. If he plays like he played the table. He wasn't showing any signs of bottling out. And if he'd taken those chances he had, it could have been a different story. So that's the next match. Cobra against Bullabog. We've got Albinario waiting on the loser of the match that is coming up tonight between Stubb and Vince Says. And that will be the only match that is on the schedule. So, midnight tonight, GMT, Sunday morning, 12 midnight, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific. You've got Real Polling Power against Vinces, because I'm not saying that name, and that's the race to 17. So good luck to both of them. I look forward to seeing it tomorrow when I get home. So that is it. We've had week 4 of the leagues. Well done to the winners. Very unlucky to Paul with the trouble he's having with his team. Well, I showed you the stats. I showed you them. I showed you them earlier on there. So I did. I'll show you them again. Steve says you can go to your profile and go to events like that, and then hit that. Or do you want to go to the actual stats? I see what you mean now. Well, look at me. I'm the top. I'm the top of the. I'm the top of the list. I'm not changing that. Break stats. Well, you've got Chimpy, who's played the most. He's still averaging over a ball in the break. 23 runouts from the break. Break money balls made 2. Look at the amount of Bobby Barris has made, 13. And a 71% shot percentage, I think that is, isn't it? Runouts from the break. Chimpy in front with 23. Larry with 17. Bobby Barris with all those 13 money balls he's had. Semi-pro on 12. Bedhead on 12. Paul on 4. What else do we need to look at? Racks High Run. Paul on 3. Let's look at that. Racks Run. Chimpy on 31. Way ahead of Larry on 21. Sergresh 19. Bobby on 18. Bedhead 18. Paul 15. Semi-pro 14. John Boo 12. And then it tails off. Matt's had 9, but that was in his first week that he played, so his average is quite good. Racks High Run is 3 for him. So the Racks High Run, we've got Paul, Bedhead, Matt, and Spudboy all on 3. Larry on 2, Chimpy on 2. So that's the only thing Chimpy isn't top of. Semi-pro on 2, John Boo 2, Steve on 2, Bobby Barris on 2, Bill on 2, and all the rest of us holding up the field with 1. There I am, there, Avid 1. There I am. 100% with money balls, look at that. Right. That's irrelevant. Right, so I think we're going to call it quits, guys. Thanks for watching. Good luck to both players for later on tonight. I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll see you next time, whenever that might be. So until we meet again, I will bid you good night, and thanks for joining us. And we'll see you again soon.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Good night, ladies.